least favorite.
Well,
He looks like a can.
man, hot take Janet Yellen catching strays. Man, I don't know if she's offensive. She was.
Anyone can catch a stray from me except for Hogan Eddie. They're too nice to catch.
Well, why? They're off limits? Man.
They're too nice. They're too nice to catch strays. But Dakota, Jack, Andre, you get strays all day.
Fair
That's
enough.
fine.
I'll take all your strays. I'll take them all.
Man. What's your Discord say about that? Does Discord think you're a nice guy? They think you're.
I think so. I think they think I'm a cheeky bastard too.
You are a cheeky bastard. That's a good word for it.
Cheeky monkey.
What, Dakota? Why don't you hop in there and ask them what they think?
Oh, get in there. All right, let's see
I love your Discord, Baron. That's funny. I seen what you just sent me on Discord. That was like a week ago. What? And they're still bugging you about that.
They want their
order filled.
She said it in the Discord chat. Now they expect it.
Oh, did you say something?
I didn't say,
hey, remember when
I did not say that exactly. No.
You
no,
did. They have a screenshot. They came.
Yeah. I see the troll. I see the troll.
Coming your way, James. Coming your way.
Speaking of a troll,
troll the trollers.
I can't get Powell to lower rates. I'm gonna fire Powell. Correct. Word for word.
Oh,
it's just hitting the wire.
I can't get him to lower.
I'm not gonna fire Polo.
I'm not going to.
Okay,
I like long-term cheap. Yeah. Okay. This is
not gonna fire. Yeah.
Not going to. Okay.
Not
can't get Powell to lower rates. I'm not gonna fire Powell. You know what? Honestly, they just edited that. Bastards. I swear to God, they just edited that.
Where is he speaking? Is this at the bill signing ceremony? What?
I don't know, but he's just saying a lot of smoke. I mean, stuff that
can't fire.
You know, I'd like to get interest rates lower also. You know,
right.
Price of oil going up a little bit. I'd like to have it go down. Yeah, me too. So I mean, nothing.
I don't think he fired. All right. It's like coming out. The markets. We'll see how this thing plays out. James, when Baron's on, my favorite things to do is we got to hit Baron with some hard-hitting news, man. Hard-hitting news, Baron. I need you locked in. On this when we get James in here. Yeah. James brings in the good stuff. So, oh, look at this.
Okay, that's fire.
That's nice.
Hello, Internet. It's time for the news, your favorite part of the day. I had to fight the creative team to get that made. They said, why bother? But we did it, and that is awesome. I love that. Thank you, creative team. Actually, they did that for me without even asking. So I think Danielle submitted it, but incredible work. The only news you need to know, starting off with this one, we got the KFC toothpaste, y'all. You said don't do it.
No.
You said it sounds gross, and we put in a $30 bid, and we got the KFC toothpaste. I'm pretty sure Danielle's bringing it to the Trader meetup next week, so that makes you
no bad.
That makes you
order filled.
Take away your RSVP.
Can I use it first? Can I be the first one to use it?
And last.
Of course.
No, I'm just gonna use it. Baron, you can use it. We're gonna bring it to the meetup.
Not gonna help.
I don't want to give away any more surprises, but I think Danielle also scooped a couple different flavors of toothpaste. So get ready. This is what you're coming to Chicago for.
Oh,
this is the good stuff. Anyway, in the world of the news, this is a story that really is just a headline too good not to share. Kentucky man arrested for releasing a raccoon into a business months after he fled police on a mule. Kentucky, you sure do know how to party. Yes, that's right. Talk about my kind of petty. The man went to a business that he was previously banned from, and in retaliation took a wild raccoon and set it loose in the store before fleeing on foot.
Nice.
They found him in his car a couple blocks later, and can you believe a guy who looks like this resisted arrest? They had to drag him out through the window.
On the mule.
I was gonna say that's the face
On the
of a
mule.
man with no regret. No regrets.
Like it looks like
sometimes you need to throw the raccoon in there.
It's the face of a man who knows where to get a raccoon on short notice.
Yep. Hashtag Power Hour, hashtag Fast Markets at Top Step TV. Hungus, you know what to do. Hungus, do it.
You just know. You just know we're gonna see this picture later with someone else's face melded into it. I wonder who. Next up, in more relevant news, relevant for who? I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of these things? Labubu? You know what this is?
I have, yeah.
I have not.
I've heard of these. I saw a video with
Yeah.
Big X the Plug getting a Labubu or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
They're weird. This is, you know, as a kid who loved Pokemon, this must be how my parents felt, where they were like, look at these weird little creatures you're obsessed with. What you're seeing here is essentially a Labubu. That's it. They are small little creatures. They can come in plushies, they can come in statues, they can come in blind box action figures, and they are currently all the rage. If you have any kids, you might have known about these, might be hearing about it. They're the articles from CNN. Labubus are currently the trendiest plush toys on the planet, created by Hong Kong-born illustrator Ka-Sing Leung and retailed by Chinese toy giant Pop Mart. The one you see here, as the article states, sold for more than $150,000 at an auction, and that is not including the 15% brokerage fee on top of the final hammer price. At this auction as well, there was a second figure that was, believe it or not, taller, but sold for less. A brown 63-inch Labubu figure sold for $114,000. If you're able to get your hands on a blind box of these creatures, they retail for around $28, but you can currently buy one off eBay for $300. So, talk about a good flip. Anyway, I'm sure we'll see these things more and more. I give it 2 to 3 years before we get the Labubu movie. Flipping Labubus, man. When times get rough, grab a Labubu.
Need that short king Labubu.
I was saying, remember NFTs?
This is a physical one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fungible.
So yeah, parents, get ready for your kids to come home and say, I need them all. And then, you know, go down a dark road when you get to be a 34-year-old man with Pokemon cards on his desk. So, you know, it's all, everything's bad. The whole world is bad. But my next story is good. Now, I usually come in here with jokes. This is not a joke. This is just a public service announcement. In Pennsylvania, a neighborhood is launching a new initiative aimed at keeping up with potholes and road hazards dubbed Fill My Hole. All holes. No waiting. Please, no jokes here. No jokes. I'm just letting you know. In Pennsylvania, if you want your hole filled, you can just contact the Fill My Hole initiative, and they say, once received, our crew will ensure your hole is filled expeditiously and with care. Some holes may require a little TLC, but rest assured, you will be provided with a reason if we're unable to fill it ourselves.
Sit right
So I'm
there.
just bringing you.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
A lot of thoughts I can't say.
This is just things you need to know. If you're living in Pennsylvania, you want a hole filled, you see it every day. I'm giving you the means. So I'm a newsman.
Chicago.
I'm a life man. Yeah, I need Chicago to do this. I got a couple holes that need filling. Andre, you got any holes that need filling over in your part of town?
Couple 2-tree holes. I got
2-tree holes. Anyway, that's the news I got for you guys. Any thoughts before we take this story down? I got one thing to leave you with before we move on. Good.
Do you know who's on the other side of these holes, or is it strangers?
Come on.
I got to assume it's reputable people filling these holes. You know, they seem to be like clean, hardworking men and women.
Hole fillers.
Hole fillers. Yeah, it's a good profession. You know?
There we go.
School for it.
That's going to be a VIP team name, the Hole Fillers.
The Hole Fillers. Yeah, when I get my VIP team name. You guys won't learn anything about trading. We're going to probably lose every single account you get, but we're going to have a good time. Before I get out of here, I want to talk about Michael's interview. I know you guys touched upon it earlier, but recently Michael was interviewed by a legend in the space, Lance Breitstein. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. I've read it more than I've heard it. Lance was the #1 trader at Trillium Trading. He's a trader and has mentored thousands of other traders. Now, Lance approached Michael last year because he was skeptical about the funded trader programs that are out there, but they sat down for a fun and honest conversation where they dug into topics such as what are the red flags to be aware of, who should utilize these prop firms, and common traits and strategies of those who make payouts. So We dropped the link before. We're going to drop it again. If you haven't had a chance to sit down and watch this interview, it's really, really good. It's worth your time. So just want to make sure we let our chat know about that, Andre. And with that, I'll pass it back to you guys. And these
thank you. Yes.
I might need to watch that because I just got denied a $30,000 payout at a different firm.
You did? You want to talk about it, or is just going to leave it there?
Yeah. I got denied for order book spamming, and they said it wasn't possible in a live environment. I was doing it to get a better fill. I showed them I've done it in a Top Step live account, and then they were like, "Well, it's still order book spamming," so they just denied my payout. A little salty about it.
Well,
kind of a newer firm. They have less total paid out compared to other firms, but I was trading with them because they have a pretty high payout cap, and yeah.
Order book spamming for the uninitiated. What is that? What are you talking about?
So typically when I enter a position, I'll put on like one con, and then instead of adjusting the contract sizing, like the number in the like where you do it in the DOM, I'll just hit the buy button, 5 times in a row, or whatever the contract sizing I want to do, and they consider that order book spamming to get a better fill. But I showed them I did it in a live account, and that was their initial excuse for not paying out.
I don't know what's more sad. I don't know if it's sad the fact that it happened to you, or that it could be any of the other firms that I'm thinking of.
Wait, order book spamming by join bid?
No, I was hitting the buy button.
That's
wait, that's how you get into.
You were building a position, right? You were building a position, like you wanted to get into 5 contracts, so you hit buy.
Yeah, I was hitting that button within, like I'd hit it 5 to 10 times within a minute. So they said that was order book spamming, and I was taking advantage of a sim environment. But I showed them I've done it on my live account too, because their initial excuse was you can't do this in a live account. I was like, I've done this on my Top Step live account multiple times.
You can't go to market 5 times on a.
I do that in my personal brokerage all the time.
Yeah, how do you? And so where does it stand right now? Where does it stand right now? Just denied?
Denied, and they reduced the funds based off the order book spams. And it's not like I was in and out of the position instantly. I would hold those positions for 5 to 20 minutes.
Wait. Spamming. I don't. Should we name them?
So,
No.
yeah, Alpha Futures.
Well, it's out there now.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I mean, I talked about it on my IG.
It could be any one of them, Andre. It could be any one of them.
That's the first time I've been denied a payout. So I was a little frustrated yesterday. Then I didn't even trade yesterday because of it. I was like, I know I'm like fired up about this. So
I don't blame you.
I was just like, I'm just not going to trade.
How much? That's $30,000. That's not a little bit amount of money, and that's probably how much time and effort you put into it as well.
Yeah.
So is case closed, or just that's
case
it?
Closed. Yeah. Case closed.
Come on. Okay. Interesting.
Never had that issue with Top Step though.
I don't know.
There's a reason you guys are There's a reason you guys are number 1 in the industry.
Yeah, real trades, real profits. You said the name. Interesting. Okay. Get that money. That's good trading. That's how you trade it up. Jack, you didn't want to say the name. You said the name. And here we are. I mean,
well, it's fine. I have thoughts about it, but I don't want to speculate on something that I don't know about as far as that goes. But that's weird.
I imagine our chat will light up right now. Let's just see some numbers go up, and let's buckle up. We got 10 minutes.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe, post notification bell.
He's a man, dude. Man. I love it.
Get the prop firm drama coming at you live.
You know what we could do, Baron? We could make a post online about it, and then they'll be pressured to doing it. I've seen that before.
Well, I'm guessing they've been made aware of what was going to. Hey, I mean, going to market 5 times in a row. I mean, that's how you build into a position. I'll just say, That is trading. That is trading. Crude not done. Just tapped on some new highs, $68.39. Let's see who pops up in here. Look at ES. ES last trade, 60.37. You're in a holding pattern. President is speaking, I do believe. Anything else, Eddie? We got anything else cooking over there? Because I'm not seeing a market order is a market order. Trust me, the CME.
I mean, the latest thing that the latest thing that he did say. I told Paul if we don't need to keep interest rates this high. I may have to force something.
Huh?
So
what?
That's the hottest thing
for you, Jack.
On the wire.
That was for you, Jack. He's gonna have to force something.
Space Force.
What could he force? What exactly could he force? Stimulus checks? What could
ban purple ties?
I'm trying to think what could those stimulus checks were lit, man. You remember that shit? We're just handing out $1,200. You get 12. This country's got so much money, man. We just make this shit. It's crazy.
I guess you could pass a law or something. I don't know.
I like the law.
Shut down the
you like the
Grateful Dead?
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get into a long position. I like this one. Might decide to build a position. So should I go at market? Say bought market 1, bought market 2,
5 times,
bought market 3, bought market 4, bought market 5. Let's make sure I have the stop loss.
Yeah, let's Dakota. Make sure you don't order book spam.
All right, there you go. Take profit. Let's see. Take profit 1. Take profit at market 2. Take profit market 3. 4. Leave a runner on, and then market 5. Boom! Live account. Made some money.
Did you just do it?
Yeah. Demonstrate it. What's wrong with that, chat?
Did you just order book spam, Dakota?
Market orders? Don't ban me, please.
Oh, let's.
You might get an email from the risk team here.
Yeah,
I think the CME's cool with that. CME's cool with that volume. I mean, yeah. A little selling off here. Little 21,903. ES might want to be taking a turn lower. 60.33. Bit of a holding pattern. Coming into we got morning recap coming after this. We got dorm room trading. Paul K, Dobie, myself, Lunchbox trading as well. JD, Anne Marie, and Deanna. And we got Tavoy, JD, and Gabe for Rising Star. Then Arico. We got Arico in the house for a power hour. Dobie, myself at the buzzer. Jay and Paul. These two handsome devils. Dakota and Baron. Slow markets later this evening. That being said,
yeah,
JD, man, JD's a lot going on right now, so you got to get in here and jump on this train. Come on in, JD. What's happening?
What is up, guys? Let's take a look at those funded trader hot streaks. We lost a couple of traders. So Sebastian was on a nice run. Ended up blowing up his account on Tuesday. Took a $12,000 hit. He was trading some huge size, bigger than normal. I took a look at his trade report. 1,122 micro NASDAQ contracts when he's typically trading, between 15 and 20. So Tuesday, not the best day for Sebastian. Got a little tilty for him. He did take some payouts from that account. Took about 9,000 in payouts. He had a hot streaks P&L high of $21,883. So took $9,000 out of that and then gave the rest back to the sim gods. But thanks for showing up, Sebastian. We enjoyed watching your hot streak. Also, Michael S. not on this board, didn't trade yesterday. So that brings us to the top of the list. We got Leon, made $2,372 yesterday trading the NASDAQ. Now in a 42-day heater, we're $32,406. Daniel B. also moved up, $207 trading the NASDAQ. 39 days, or $16,241. Chowdhury, 580 trading the MNQ, 37 days. Dimitri and Katiana, both new to the list. They moved up after after we lost Sebastian and Michael. So Dimitri, $212 yesterday trading the NASDAQ, now at 35 days or $25,671. And Katiana also made $212 trading the NASDAQ, 35 days or $13,871. Those are your hot streaks. All right, let's do some call-ups next. Who is first? Christopher S. Closed out a single 150K XFA. Took a total of $25,000 in payouts from that 150K XFA. Took a $5,000 transfer payout also and moved $61,700 into that new live funded account. Nice starting balance, nice cushion to build off of. Good luck to you, Christopher, in your new live funded account. Next up, we've got Warren. Warren closed out 4 50K XFAs, took a total of $14,300 in payouts from those 4 accounts. No transfer payout, but he moved $19,923 into that new live funded account, trading gold, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. Well done. Nice job to all these newly live funded traders. All right, Eddie. Hit me with that.
Attention, here's an update on tonight's dinner. It was veal. I repeat, veal. The winner of tonight's mystery meat contest is Jeffrey Corbin, who guessed some kind of beef.
Super loud to super quiet. That was funny. All right, that quote was also from Meatballs. Good one, Eddie. I think he tries to stump me every day, but I did grow up in the 80s. I know these movies. One of Bill Murray's finest. All right, here are your top 25 live funded traders here at Top Step. No real movement on the big board. Top 5 are all the same from yesterday. KJ Futures, Todd S, Spygig 91, CFT 078, Coach DBA, that would be Coach Dakota, trading on fast markets with us right now. Ben T, Junyu, King, Justin, and Dion round out the top 10. Couple of movers. Andrew down there in 14th place took a $55,000 payout on Tuesday and is now, sitting in 12th place. Moved up from 26th place yesterday and making some big moves and taking some nice payouts earlier in the week. Also, Jason F down there in 24th place. He was on our payout board earlier today, took a $56,000 payout yesterday. So big shout out to Jason F on the big board. And then Riaz rounds out the top 25. All right, there is your big board. Get your cameras ready, take your screenshots. Make sure you tag Top Step when you post on social. Hashtag TopStepTV. Let's go.
Well done. No problem. Those call-up certificates. Michael Patak's signature is an absolute trial. It's just, what is that? It's just looks nothing like Mike. It looks nothing like his name.
Can you throw one of those up again?
Pull up, pull that up if you can. If you got that handy, you got to look at this signature. You all know his name is Michael Patak. Look at that lower right-hand corner. How the hell does that say? Michael, that is one of the most
kind of like an MP.
Well,
Mix is on
story.
Point. I expect that.
Yeah. Modeled his signature after Michael Jordan, believe it or not. How about that?
Oh, I saw that right away.
Yep.
He also,
that is what,
but remember, Michael Jordan's initials were also MJ, not MP.
Like Mike.
That MJ was the number 23. Mike. Remember?
Yeah.
We look at it, it's 2-3.
Yep. So there you go. With that, Michael, we got to work on this signature. Just kidding. He's a lot of autographs. Go get that autograph. Yep. Gold at an inflection point here, Dakota. Is that what you're seeing?
I don't know. Let's take a look, shall we? Yeah. I could see that as a quote inflection point. What I would look for is actually maybe a pushback down towards 404. Not looking like too bad of a scalp trade towards 405, 404, but in the fast market, up $300 today. I'm gonna go ahead and just lock out. I'm gonna lock out. I'm happy with that. Just nice little test in micros. $311 in micros. I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to minis next week. I like this strategy. It's been performing well, and yeah, if these were the what if type of scenario, but micros to minis conversion is 1/10. That's $3,000 trading the same style.
Well done,
For
Dakota.
production,
Awesome
I got a suggestion. I got a suggestion for production.
Let's hear it.
Whenever you hit the lockout button, you make the you know the noise that like a jail door makes.
Yeah,
we have that.
We have something though. Hold on, is this not good enough for Bear? Hold on, do we have?
1 second, Andrea.
The coach just locked out and we didn't get it played. Like I thought we were.
She's scrambling back there. Look, she's scrambling. She's scrambling. Don't do that to her, Bear. We got something like that. Clank, 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 clank. We got. all right, Baron, we're all coming up on time, Baron. Nice trade.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
That's
Everyone happy now? Thank you, Baron. Good job, Andrew. Baron putting you on the spot like that. Awesome stuff. Again, we got
I don't like to put people on the spot because I'm terrible when
the hell you don't.
Spot.
The hell you don't, Baron. Good stuff, man.
I didn't know if you had that, so I just thought it would be a nice suggestion. But
you know why?
You got it.
You've never used the lockout button on Top Step TV. That's why you wouldn't know that we had it before. I got him. All right, we got more recap coming up. We got more recap coming up next, Jack. Great stuff. Recap. We got the 3-man weave. We got JD, Dolby, and myself coming up after that. You guys want more Dakota, more Baron. Check them out in slow markets. We got a big day in store. We're starting to see the markets move. We got headlines. We got that 30-year auction at high noon Central Time. Jack, I'll see you in a little bit. Top Step TV, let's go. I like those new nameplates. Very, very good. Good stuff today. Let's go.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Top Step's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Top Step funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Top Step funded trader today.